What is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. Today we have the Mega Garchomp team for one last time with Tyranitar, Mega Garchomp, Zapdos, Milotic, Incineroar, and Tapu Lele. Let's get started and play some games. So if you haven't checked out the previous episodes, highly recommend go checking them out. As always, some pretty great battles in the last episode and the ones before. But let us see, can Mega Garchomp finish off this team strong? Because started off with a good episode, then kind of was breaking even a bit, and then finally started picking up the pace a little. So let's see if we can pull out a strong finish with this Mega Garchomp team, which I would really love because, you know, it's been putting in some work. The Garchomp has been able to put in some work, and who knows, maybe we'll finally get that opportunity. So when we get Sandstream next to Mega Garchomp, it can do some big damage. Who knows? We haven't gotten that yet, which has been extremely unfortunate, I feel like, but who knows, maybe. So yeah, we'll just find out. And of course, I'm actually really excited for the next team too. I know we haven't finished the Mega Garchomp team yet, but the next team, oh man, I have come up with some crazy stuff for our next team. So if you are going to be watching the next episode of VGC 2018 Back to Battles, you might want to go to the doctor and check out your head, because you do not want to miss that next episode, because the next team is really fire. But right now we're gonna finish off the Mega Garchomp team, and it's taking quite a while to find a game, so we'll be right back with the first game of today's episode, it looks like. All right, we got Brian Hume for the United States, 1584 rating, with the team of Metagross, Tapu Lele, Landis Varian, Celesteela, Rotom Wash, and Volcarona. I wonder if this is actually Brian Hume, who I know, or if this is like an alt card, because I'm pretty sure this isn't his, or, well, I at least know he doesn't use this in-game name, but who knows. Interesting. Metagross Lele. I don't like that matchup, really. I don't. Interesting. So my Tyranitar can sweep if I get it set up right. If I get it set up right. It's hard to set up. Do I need Zapdos? I feel like I do need Zapdos. This is gonna be a hard one, because I don't think can I afford to bring Lele here. It really just depends on what my opponent brings. I don't think Volcarona is coming at all. I don't think Rotom Wash is coming either. I think it's Lander, Celesteela, Metagross, Lele. I think Tyranitar, Garchomp. I think I have to bait the Metagross coming in. Incineroar, Zapdos. I hate Celesteela. I feel like Celesteela is going to be a Pokemon that I'm going to have to deal with. So let's see how this is going to go. But yeah, I'm not exactly a huge fan of this matchup, because Metagross Lele opposing side is really difficult to handle. I think I talked about it before. I might have not, but yeah, Metagross Lele is going to be difficult for me to handle. Especially if my opponent leads it, because I don't think there's a reason for my opponent not to lead it, really. There goes Rotom, okay. I wonder if I would live an Ice Punch from the Metagross. Probably not. Rotom's an interesting pick here. I want to scout for what my opponent really has, so Double Protect just seems like a fine play. I get a bit of chip onto the Rotom as well. Yeah, I think it's a fine play. So I'll just Double Protect here. I wonder what the Metagross is going for, because it stays in. Going for Protects. Okay, scouting for mine. Okay, really smart. I got a Dragon Dance there, which is a little bit unfortunate, because I think Dragon Dance would have been a good play there for me. As well as comes out into Tyranitar. Okay. The question is, do you have Ice Punch? Because with this team variant, I'm not sure if you have Ice Punch or Zen Headbutt. I think it might be worth risking it, though. I think I'm just going to go for Earthquake, because maybe I can knock out the Metagross here. But Metagross is going to switch out. Landers is probably coming in, I would assume. Yeah, very nice play. I gotta slow down. I keep thinking, I keep expecting what I'm expecting, but a little bit too late. And I feel like this happens a lot to me. So I should have just Swords Dance there. I get Zapdos in, which isn't too bad. Mega Evolve Garchomp. I do wish I went for the SD here. Now the question is who the Willows goes out into. Does it target down my Garchomp or does it target down my Tyranitar slot once again? By Earthquake. Doesn't affect all the Levitators on the field. And a Will-O-Wisp into the Garchomp. Man, I really want to Dragon Dance there too. Oh well, his team really can't do much damage to me. I think I could set up a Swords Dance and maybe just go for a Tailwind here. Which I think is worth. So I'm going to go for Tailwind here. Oh boy. Stone Edge is going to come out on the Landorus. Ooh, into Zapdos. Doesn't pick up the knockout, but I might be trading my Zapdos here. Stone Edge was not what I was hoping for. I was hoping it would be Rock Slide, Hydro Pump, and that wouldn't pick up the knockout, I think. So I get a Swords Dance up. I get Tailwind up. And a Thunderbolt into the Zapdos. Okay. That's not the worst for me, I guess. I can go Tyranitar. I think go Tyranitar and I can Dragon Claw Assurance something for a knockout. Because I'm pretty sure I could pick up the knockout on both. Don't know what kind of Landorus that is. It might be Scarf. I think I'm going to Dragon Claw Assurance to Rotom. I think that would be able to pick up the knockout. Landorus is going to retreat. Metagross? Yeah. It's fine. And no Protect here. So Dragon Claw and Assurance I think should knock out the Rotom. I want to say, I'm pretty sure Assurance should knock out the Rotom at this point. It does, okay. So I knock out the Rotom, which is really good. I don't have to worry about the Rotom, potentially. Now Landorus gets a free switching. Or Lele, okay. So that's also an interesting play. I think Earthquake into Dragon... Earthquake into Dragon Dance might be my best play here. No, Earthquake into Rock Slide. How many turns of Tailwind are left? 2. I mean, it's Sand Force boosted. I want to knock out my own Tyranitar. You know what? I really want an Earthquake Assurance here. And I will go for it. Because getting the boost might just be so imminent to winning this game. So Metagross is going to Mega Evolve. Let's see if there's going to be Protects or not. It doesn't look like it, so I do get an Earthquake off. It is Sand Force boosted, and I will be able to target down the Lele here. Yeah. That did so much to the Metagross. I just realized a Rock Slide might have actually... That did a lot more than expected. A Rock Slide might have actually just been able to win me the game, actually. I don't know if it would knock out Metagross, actually. I do knock out the Lele, and I don't have to worry about accuracy. But that did a lot more than expected. Jeez. Aren't I gonna finish off the Tyranitar? Yeah. Now it comes down to a few factors, I think. I go Incineroar here. We trade Intimidates, but... Yeah, geez, that Earthquake did a lot more. I think that was a misplay of me going for that. I think I should have went for Rock Slide. Because if Rock Slide knocked out the Metagross at +2, that might have actually sealed it. Alright, his Landorus is Choice Scarf. We confirm that now. We confirm it is Choice Scarf Landorus. I think you lock yourself in an Earthquake, I think. I I think you're gonna lock yourself in Earthquake, if anything. You're gonna protect. I was hoping he wouldn't protect there. The reason why I thought he wouldn't protect there is because if I faked out the Landers and SD'd, he would have been in a bad spot because he was forced to Earthquake the following turn. I thought it was a 50-50 and I had to call for it. Oh no, that did a lot less to Incineroar than I expected. Here goes a Flare Blitz. That did a lot less Incineroar than I expected. Well, Knockoff was never to play anyway, but still. Earthquake would knock out his own Metagross. Oh, jeez. Goes for the double fails. He has to Earthquake himself. LKO his own Metagross. Yeah, and I need to hope Dragon Claw can knock out the Landers, but I don't think he can. I've been intimidated twice, and I'm burned. So this Dragon Claw comes down to the Dragon Claw. Can Garchomp finish off the job? Mega Garchomp versus Landers. Who is the superior one? I did not think that would KO. Let's go. Okay, so you have to lock yourself in Earthquake. The Stone Edge made me assume it was Scarf. Oh, no. His Intimidate went off first, and I was in Tailwind. He had to be Scarf Landers in order to outspeed my Incineroar. So, yeah, that's the main reason I made that play. That's the main reason I made that play. Like, I had to call a 50-50, I think, of Metagross protect or not. And I feel like you might not protect there, because the fake out on a Landers is kind of obvious. And then if you protect there, I fake out and I like Swords Dance, or even if I just Dragon Claw the opposing Landers, you would have been in a terrible spot there, because then you would have to Earthquake your own Metagross. You have to hope for a double, and even if you get the double, like the Landers isn't going to be able to pick up a knockout, and I could double up the Landers slot and apparently pick up the knockout. And Garchomp would survive the 2 Earthquakes at -1, so yeah, Mega Garchomp actually able to pull through for the first battle. What the heck? I feel like I was playing really off in the first game for the first few turns, especially not going for the Rock Slide there, but Mega Garchomp just able to pull through, and that is what we call Mega Garchomp. So Mega Garchomp is superior to Landers fair, and that was one for the books. But a good game to my opponent regardless. I think my opponent played really well. I think it was just me being able to capitalize. One game rid of Rotom Wash was huge with the Dragon Claws plus Assurance. Bring out the Lele was interesting because of the fact that I was just able to pick up a double knockout afterward. But it does make sense because since you are Scarf Landorus, it would have been difficult for you because you had to choose locking yourself in a move. So I do understand why it was difficult. And also you couldn't protect there. So Earthquake, I don't think... What +2 assurance? No, it would be +1 assurance because Landis would intimidate the Tyranitar. That wouldn't finish off the Landis for sure. But Dragon Claw and assurance might have. No, we didn't have any boosts yet. So yeah, I think Lele was not the play there. I think it would have been the Landorus. But maybe my opponent didn't have superpower. Maybe it was knockoff. So if my opponent didn't have superpower, you couldn't really touch Tyranitar anyway. So I guess you could have been in a worse spot. So I guess you were forced to bring Lele there if you didn't have superpower. But if you have superpower, you go for superpower. We didn't get to see what the Metagross set was. We didn't get to find out if it was Ice Punch or Zen Headbutt. I would assume it's Zen Headbutt. Yet I could also see Ice Punch because it helps support the Volcarona. But taking a while to find our second game. We'll be right back with the second game of today's episode. Alright, we got Ice Bullet from Italy, 1725 rating as our second opponent of today. Oh boy, Rain versus Sand. This is not going to be fun. We got a Politoed, Tornadus, or Tornadus, or however you want to pronounce it. Ferrothorn, Swampert, Ludicolo, and Tapu Koko. This is a matchup that does not look fun. But we do got a Zapdos. We got a Lele. I have to bring Incineroar. Well, I don't have to, but I feel like the Intimidate's kind of important. I think it's Rain Dance Tornadus and you would lead it. Let's go Zapdos. I think Milotic. Tyranitar and Lele. I gotta play super smart about the Zapdos. I don't think Incineroar is a call here. Because I don't think Incineroar does too much other than intimidate the Swampert and handle the Ferrothorn. Zapdos can handle the Ferrothorn 1v1, but the rest of my team looks better because of the fact that Tyranitar helping out here. Because I need Tyranitar, I think, to change the weather. I think having the pressure to change the weather is just so big here. And if I can get the policy up, I'm going to be in a really good spot if I get Tailwind up. My opponent doesn't have options for Tailwind other than the Tornadus. And that would be, I think you're forced to lead it here. Yep, Swampert Tornadus. Perfect. That works out so huge in my favor. Getting Zapdos my loader. I am faster than the Swampert right now. I think just Tailwind and Scald right here. Or Icy Wind. I think Icy Wind. Scald can get a burn. I'm worried about Waterfall a lot here. I'm going to Scald the Swampert. Icy Wind doesn't do too much here. Because even if you Rain Dance or Tailwind, mathematically it's the same effect. Because of the fact that Tailwind allows my Zapdos to outspeed a Swampert anyway. So I guess it really isn't that big of a deal. Tornadus is going to protect. I think my opponent expected to double it with like Icy Wind Thunderbolt. So that works out in my favor. As we will get Tailwind up with our Zapdos. And a Waterfall does target the Zapdos. And Scald. If we get a burn, that's absolutely huge here. Turn 1. We do get a burn. That's absolutely huge. That is absolutely huge. I needed like 1 or 2 burns onto the Swampert. Now I could probably just Roost here and Icy Wind. And I will go for the Icy Wind. In case you go for Tailwind or your own Rain Dance here. And even if you Earthquake here, expecting my Roost or just want the damage on my Lodic, I'm in a fine position regardless. Tornadus is actually going to hard switch out. Ferrothorn might be coming in. Yep, Ferrothorn comes in. Does that mean you're going to Earthquake here or you're just going to Waterfall again? I will Roost here. Alright, so it's Ferrothorn, Tornadus, Swampert, Politoed? I don't know. No Ludicolo seems interesting here. Icy Wind comes out. Damage onto the Swampert as well as Ferrothorn. And the Waterfall once again into the gap. It's okay. Not doing too much. Leftovers on the Ferrothorn, so it's not a Choice Banded. Okay, that's good to know. That means his damage output's a lot less. And I'll just fire off a Heat Wave. Protect. You should switch out Swampert here into Politoed. Swampert switches out. Politoed does come in. Right. So that's great because now I can reset the weather with Tyranitar in the back. Since I can switch into Tyranitar and just Heat Wave again. The Swampert's already weakened. It's already burned. I'm feeling pretty nice about my position here. So we'll protect my Lodic. Because I don't want to take a Power Rip. I don't care if Leech Seed goes into Zapdos. Because I could always switch out later in the game. Heat Wave connects with Ferrothorn, which is good. I need to gauge the damage right now. It doesn't really do much. And Leech Seed. Power Whip into my Lodic. Perfect. That works out. Because now I can go Tyranitar and just Heat Wave. If you want to keep switching out, that's fine. Because you're not gaining too much from the switches. I'm just gaining more and more chip damage onto you. So I think that's fine. So I'll just Heat Wave here. You're probably going to double out Politoed. I would imagine you double out Politoed. I think go back in the Swampert. So get the Sandstream up. Oh, wow, you don't. So I get a Heat Wave off. This will finish off the Ferrothorn. And that... Oh, wow, that doesn't. Jeez. Scald gonna come out. Target down my Tyranitar. Activates my Weakness Posse. Does it get a burn? No, it doesn't. Power Whip. Comes out. Connects with my Tyranitar. I don't mind that. I really don't. Yeah, I really don't mind that, actually. Because I could go my Lodic here, or I could go my or I could go my Lele here. I think both work out. I think I could just get a Tailwind and I Scald the Ferrothorn slot. Even if you have Encore and Politoed, I could always just switch out my Zapdos and a Lele. And the opponent's Politoed can't really punish that. And Scald should finish off the Ferrothorn, I think, at this range. I don't know, that's really bulky Ferrothorn. But then again, even if it lives, it can't knock out my Milotic because then it would be like so invested in special defense. I think it should knock out from there. Gonna see the Politoed retreat into the Swampert. Again, completely fine. They'll be taking burn damage. Fairform protects, which is fine too. Tailwind will go up for my Zapdos. Skull targets down the Fairform. So really obvious play from my opponent, but mine is just a safe play that I just made right here. A Waterfall in Rain I don't think will do enough to my Zapdos. And I could always Roost afterward. So right here, I'm thinking Scald Heat Wave should be able to do enough. Yeah, Fairform is just way too low. I'm just going to double up the Swampert with Heat Wave plus a Scald. Even if you switch in Politoed, which I'm expecting here, which is fine. Yep. Scald's going to be boosted onto this Swampert slot anyway. So that's why I really don't mind my opponent going for this play. And again, I don't think you can knock out Zapdos here. So Heat Wave going to come out. And how much does Scald do? Might put in the burn range, which would be great. Yeah, it probably puts in the burn range. Waterfall going to come out once again in Zapdos. I don't even need Zapdos at this point in the game, I feel like. Yeah, and Swampert goes down. Great. I could probably just Icy Wind here, and we're probably going to see Tornadus come out. Fairfront's way too low. Yep. And I'll just Roost Icy Wind. I don't see a drawback. I guess you could, in theory, you could Encore, but I feel like if you had Encore, you might have went for it earlier. And that's fine if you Encore too, because, again, I could always switch out Zapdos in Lele. It's not really being pressured much by my opponent. It looks like Tornadus didn't go for a Prankster move, so probably going to go on the offense here. Maybe a Z move. You could be seeing Z Tornadus here. Icy Wind will come out into my opponent's Pokemon. Slow down that Tornadus so my Zapdos can outspeed after the Tailwind is over for my side of the field. Z move does come out, so I should live this. Yep, Supersonic Sky Strike, that's probably Z Hurricane. And my Lodic, with how especially defensive it is, it should easily take this from the Tornadus. Yep, Supersonic Sky Strike. Into the Zapdos, actually, okay. I'll definitely live that. Will I live a double up? I'm not sure, actually. I should live a double up, I think. Scald comes out into Zapdos. I do live the double up and no burn from my opponent. So that should just be another free Roost, and I think another Icy Wind. So I'll go for the Roost here with Zapdos, because it forces my opponent to keep doubling down the Zapdos slot, which I'm fine with. So Icy Wind will come out once again, target down the Tornadus and the Politoed. Yeah, now that Tornadus is slower than my Lele, which is good. Speed drops everywhere. Hurricane does come out. Probably sound to Zapdos. Oh, it might finish it off at that range, I think. Yeah, finishes it off. Okay, that's fine. Tailwind peters out. I can go into Lele. The Scald finish off the Tornadus at that range, though. Icy Wind, it's about 80 base power, so I feel like Scald would miss the knockout onto that Tornadus. I think I'm just going to target down the Tornadus here and Scald the Politoed. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that would be fine, yeah. I'm worried about a Parasong endgame. That's like the only thing I've been worried about. That's why I kept roosting, because if I could preserve it, it'd be fine. We're going to see Tornadus Protect here. Okay. Politoed Protect? No. Or maybe my opponent's going for the Parasong now. Oh, boy. Parasong is really scary now. Oh, it's just Haze. Wait. That does... What does that get... Oh, that gets rid of speed drops. Ooh, that's an interesting play. I kind of wish I showered Psyche now. Okay. Hurricane's still not going to knock me out, but I guess now we have to worry about some factors, like the potential for a... Oh. I might have messed up. Oh, wait, what? Hold up, what? He's got rid of the speed drops for Tornadus. I don't think Tailwind's still up. What? Why am I faster than a Tornadus still? Okay. Get rid of the Politoed. That's great. Hurricane comes out. Is that modest? Doesn't even knock out my Lele. I get an Icy Wind off. That should be game. Wow. I didn't think Helping Hand Hurricane would have knocked out, actually, now that I think about it. Because I remember using the Specs Tornadus and it did not knock out Lele with Hurricane. Otherwise, that thing would have been actually really, really solid. Fair I'm going to come out here. Yeah, but wow, that's just slow. Yeah, I don't have Tailwind up. Yeah, now I can just Psychic and Scald. They're better Psychic Tornadus. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm worried about Leech Seed. I think Scald can finish out the Ferrothorn at this range. And yeah, Ferrothorn's protecting, because I think you need Leftovers recovery, and then I think your hope is that your Tornadus outspeeds my Milotic at +1. So yeah. Scald. Yeah, because I felt like your only hope was to get Ferrothorn. Save Ferrothorn there, because if I Psychic Ferrothorn, it's gone. You have to hope that Tornadus at -1 could outspeed my Milotic, because I could easily just go for Psychic the Ferrothorn and a Scald into Tornadus, but now that I thought about it, my Milotic did not outspeed, might not have outspent the Tornadus at, I don't know, that's, it, actually, no. Actually, no, my Milotic would, because I realized my Milotic's not, it's like 113 speed, my Lele is like 161, and my Lele outsped the Tornadus before the Icy Wind. Yeah, I don't know. No, I would have been faster than the Tornadus with my Milotic. So I guess I could have potentially choked out if my opponent went for the offensive, like, Leech Seed there, I think, or maybe just target on my Lele, double targeted. But I think, I don't know, I felt like I played the first few turns really well. Maybe I should just Thunderbolted the, what's it called? If I Thunderbolted the Tornadus early on instead of Roosting, maybe it would have been better. Maybe if I just went for Scalds instead of Icy Wind, because 2 Scalds would have been able to knock out the Tornadus guaranteed. Maybe it would have been better than just going for 2 Icy Winds. Instead, maybe 1 Icy Wind, 2 Scalds would have finished off the Tornadus in Rain, which might have been the better play. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back to Battles. The Mega Garchomp team finishing off really strong with a 2-0. That is super nice. Mega Garchomp putting in some work. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back to Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below. Show support. As well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description. So as my social medias, the side series on my channel. All that good stuff will be linked down below. And of course, feel free to leave a comment as I do read them. Otherwise, if you want to try out this team, the page spin is down below. Check out my previous episodes. I do stream on Twitch, and I've been streaming a lot lately. So highly recommend go following my Twitch channel, which will be linked in the description, and as well as my social medias like my Twitter and stuff. Otherwise, have a great day, people. And until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.